Hey! Good morning. I'm going to move around here a little bit. Kind of get a view here of two Monarch 10EE lathes. And I'll tell you what, I'm coming around here. These lathes here, back when I got this in 2002, not very many people knew what they were. And I got this thing from a machine tool dealer. And at the time, it was under $10,000 and it's in excellent condition. Had a few slight drive problems I had to work out, and I caused a few more problems myself because I didn't know much about it. I had to go through quite a learning curve. But what's kind of happened over these last 20 years is people become aware of these machines. And of course, it is probably the finest lathe of its time ever built. And nothing's perfect. And these things got their own little things going. But ownership is very tough if you're going to have the machine work. And if you look back at the last video I did using this machine, cutting the metric threads, you can see how the spindle functions. And what's kind of funny is these lathes are so expensive, basically only the largest corporations in the United States government can afford these. And so after they're done with them, all kinds of things happen to them, and people don't know how to run the machine, and they overload it, and burn the drive out. And then you get these people, and actually, what is really hilarious is fake machinists on the internet are all of a sudden experts on these. And you can see it right on YouTube, and it's the funniest damn thing I've ever seen. And anybody, I don't even have to say names, that does videos on this machine and thinks they're going to reinvent the drive is a complete fool, fake, idiot, wearing short pants. And I'll tell you what, this machine, over 20 years, has brought the worst out in people on the internet. And I've been using this machine for 20 years, and I've been on the internet forums. Those forums are owned by non-machinist, fake, fart businessmen, is what they are. And one of them has their stupid face on YouTube reinventing the Monarch 10EE lathe when the yo-yo couldn't even run one. And it's just a real weird situation. And I think it's funnier than hell. And I've been threatened over these things, I've been stalked over these things, but there it is. I can use it and I can demonstrate it. And they can't. Duh. It's because they just don't know what they're doing. And I don't know, the YouTube thing is really a pretty funny deal. And you're not going to get a super experienced machinist on YouTube. Like the people that use these machines in the national labs and the big corporations and stuff like that aren't going to be on the internet. You know why? Because they're not allowed to. Simple as that. So, I was hoping getting on YouTube I could chase a few more old guys out that use this stuff, but actually people my age that know how to use this machine aren't inclined to get on YouTube. So you're going to have to put up with me doing this. I just don't think anyone else is going to do it. But those idiots that are taking these things and putting this and that from other machines on them. And, well, one of them, I just can't believe it, goes, a so-and-so $1,000 mistake. And if anybody with a brain that knows about these machines would realize that an inch metric machine that doesn't run, that's beat up with bad ways, is probably worth $15,000 in parts. So, you know, it goes on and on. And the short pants guy, you know, he had me going for a little while. And I go, well, maybe he knows what he's doing. But then he tried to show some lapping. And another guy you know, from across the ocean caught him the other day screwing something up. And he's like the expert. And I want to tell you, the forums, anything, the internet forums, anything out of the United States just stinks. It's just stunk up by 4 individuals that I count. And one of them sticks their stupid mug on YouTube. And, you know, it's hilarious. And what they've done is, by elimination, they chased the guy off that taught me how to use the jigboard machine. And they do that, they censor by bullying. And there are a few professional machinists involved in these groups. And they're all one big ball of crap, you know. They all know each other. They visit each other's shops and stuff like that. But in reality, my shop here, over the years, I'm retired now and I don't care. But I was doing work for race teams and all kinds of people. And I didn't want anybody in here seeing anything. Because at one time, I was doing work for 2 race teams. And that was tough. Because one wanted to know what I was doing for the other. And what was kind of funny about the race team, it was snowmobiles back in the 1990s. So that was a long time ago. And but it's just a real competitive business, and it's nothing like the fairy tale crap that this group of people that stink up YouTube portray. It's just nothing like that. But the really kind of funny thing about it is they can actually make money being fake machinists. And they wouldn't want to try making money being a real machinist because it's hard work. It's hard. And I always smell like kerosene. I've always got burns on me. Look at me, it's killing me. No, I really enjoy this craft. And but at some point, somebody's got to look at some of these other channels and go, wait a minute, you know, how do you get zillions of views making stupid stuff like surface gauges and knurling tools? You know, come on. You know, and I don't know. But some of them, I think, are really into getting free machines. But I don't know. People gave me a few free things, and you know, it actually makes me uncomfortable because I'm used to earning every single thing I get. But I hope you enjoy what I do a little bit and can pick up a few tips from me on some of the things I do. You know, I'm gonna get back to cleaning this thing up. I dropped my brush. But, you know, you have a machine like this, you gotta take care of it. And I talked about having 2 of these, or even 3, one place does, where you have a good machine like this, and you kind of take care of it and do the work on the other one, on the older one, the most you can. So I don't know. I can give you a few tips on ownership on one of these. And I know a lot of people want to own these. And a lot of them have bad drives and stuff like that. I would do everything I could to fix the old drive. But you got, for some reason, this one guy on one of those internet things, and it even spilled on over to YouTube, tried to come up with these stupid Parker off-the-shelf drives, stacking them and putting a stupid ripple filter in. And the paltry demonstrations even here on YouTube. Just be aware of these fakes, frauds, and idiots. It's just beyond me. I could harp about one more guy I think is really funny too. It's regarding jig borers. Another really funny subject. It's like it's the jig boring machine. You really need a tool and cutter grinder. You know? So to use a jig boring machine properly, first learn to use the tool and cutter grinder. So you get a consistent tool. Nobody talks about stuff like that. But there's this one guy, his name was John, and he was on this internet site for 20 years, being a sort of a jig bore expert. Then there was another guy that was a jig bore expert that didn't talk about it because he knew he'd have trouble with these clowns, the fakes. And it's just the most hilarious situation. And I talk about it a little bit and show pictures of me repairing Harley Davidson engine cases with it. This is back in early 2000s, you know. And well, anyway, this guy, John, it turns out that he had a jig borer, Pratt & Whitney jig borer, but it looked like it was a piece of junk. It ended up for sale. He supposedly retired or something. He never was a machinist, but he got this old age and told his family, give the machines up. So the machines end up for sale, and he's got this junk machine, jig board. It looks like it's never been used, and you know, at least for 50 years. And then he did this lathe project, this epic lathe project. And the lathe was a, you know, antique piece of junk back when they made it. That's why they don't keep making them. They still make these because they're not a piece of junk. So I like old machines, all right. But this guy, he was such a gentleman. Everybody should be like that. I was condemned for being a biker or something, you know. This guy's just the opposite of me. But it turns out he was a total fraud, you know, just a creep with a couple of machines behind a keyboard, being a big shot, reading books. How many of those are there? And, you know, I'll tell you what, you guys ought to appreciate us small guys that have the nerve to come out here and show some of our stuff, you know, without production, without, you know, baloney and all this stuff that these others are doing. So, you know, all I can do is give you a warning. Anything on the internet from the United States is complete crap. It's controlled. It's just junk. You won't learn to use a cutter grinder. You won't learn to use a jig borer, and you'll learn how to totally destroy one of these fine lathes. Hey, I'm going to load this video and watch it and laugh at it. So, hey, I'm just going to continue on with what I do. But I just had to give, I'm just laughing over this stuff. One of the guys from overseas watched the Short Pants Guy, and he was just doing some real stupid stuff on some nice old equipment, you know. He gets caught real easy by us old guys, you know. I think it's funny myself, but it's also kind of criminal, you know. You wonder what's with people like that, you know, that claim to be Navy SEALs, you know. And, you know, why would you ever try to be a fake machinist. What hard work is crappy. My advice, if you want to be a fake, be an astronaut. Okay. Have a good one.